Alright, welcome in to my Forever World. Today, we are playing in the Homestead mod pack. I'm really excited to play in this mod pack. It seems like a lot of fun. There's a lot of things that I want to do. So let's get right into it. So we have our first wooden pickaxe, which normally most people look over, throw it away after you get your stone, but this is going to be a forever world. And so since it's a forever world, I want to make sure that I keep this as a reminder of where I started and when I started. But for now, it's just going to be a useful tool to get some better tools. Alright, before we get started doing some other things, I just want to take a look at the quest book. It has so many interesting things to do, so many different quests, and so many things that we can dive right into. For example, visit a jungle biome. We get some cocoa beans and some vines, which I could have just got from the jungle biome, but that's okay. The main thing here is the Stone Age. So if we get a full set of stone tools, which we should have about enough for right now, then we can get 5 iron and a bunch of XP. So I'm pretty excited about that. Let's go do that right now. Okay, as you can see, we now have all the tools that we need to complete that quest, which is amazing because it's going to get us started off with some early game iron and, of course, who doesn't love XP? So, you might be wondering, what is this odd looking golden leaf that I have in my inventory? For now, all you need to know is that by having it in my inventory, it will give me constant regeneration, which is pretty awesome. Okay, we have stumbled upon an absolutely beautiful looking biome. There's plenty of biomes in this mod pack that I have no idea what they are, so we're gonna have to go ahead and explore and see what's going on in here. There's also plenty of structures, so I want to keep an eye out for that as well. Ooh, the Weeping Witch Forest. Ooh, spruce, perfect. Are you okay? Why do I hear more things walking? Okay. This is going to be a really big deal because, to be honest, unfortunately, like most others, spruce is going to be a big building material in my builds in the future. So we got to make sure that we take some of these instead of this stone axe. With that being said, I don't think I want to live in this place because that'd be a lot of clearing out to do. So I'll get back to you guys when I find something a little bit more beautiful. All right. This is not somewhere where I want to live, but there does happen to be a whole lot of cows here that I just so unfortunately need some food from. And I also kind of wanted to show you guys this absolutely beautiful biome that has a bunch of big, huge flowers. It's really cool, actually. There's a lot of animals here as well. Yeah, this place is beautiful. Let's go ahead and make a bed and go to sleep because we're in dire need of a little bit of rest. Good morning to day number 4, which is insane because we have accomplished a whole lot of nothing except for looking around. But while we're here, let's set up a little bit of a quick shop put this in here, cook up some meat, kill the cow that's mooing in my face, and get some well-needed om-noms for our journey. Did I even pick that up? Yes, I did. Okay, cool. I'm actually not too worried about getting a whole lot of leather because, to be honest with you, this mod makes that a whole lot easier because I can actually cook rotten flesh in the furnace to get everything that I could ever want for books and bookshelves and enchanting. So let's make sure to actually save rotten flesh instead of throwing it away like everyone else. Anyway, this time I'm not coming back without finding a beautiful place to call home. Hopefully, I will see you when we find that place and it won't take too long. And if it does, then that sucks. But that's okay. We have all the time in the world in our forever world. I'll see you guys soon. Okay, 2 seconds later, I'm sorry, I lied. Welcome back. We have to do something very, very important. And I realized that I could do it, so I know that I said I will not come back until I have found a new beautiful place for us to live, but I know you guys want to see this because this is a huge, huge part of the game. This right here, a beautiful, beautiful backpack, which we just so happen to have the exact amount of materials needed to make. So let's fill the recipe, let's get this going, let's put it on in our backpack slot, which there's plenty of slots that I need to fill and need to figure out what to do with. But now we can go ahead and press B. Maybe not. Maybe that's not how you open a backpack. I thought that is how you open a backpack. I don't know how to open a backpack. This is voice chat. Okay, let's go ahead and open up the backpack and you can see what it looks like. So this is just the starter backpack, so it basically duplicates my inventory. So now I have a whole lot of extra inventory, but I can upgrade it in the future. As you can see over here, there is a bunch of different backpacks. I think these are just colored backpacks, but if we go in here and we go ahead and check the usage of this, we can make an iron backpack, which is gonna be so much better once we get the iron to do so, which we currently do not have. So let's go ahead and put a bunch of stuff in the backpack to clear up our inventory. And yeah, I think that should be good. And I can actually even put that in there. That works too. Awesome. All right. Now, I promise, next time, it'll be a beautiful place for us to build our brand new cozy homestead. All right, go ahead and call me Liar Mr. Liar Pants because I lied yet again. This is not where we're going to build, but this is our first structure that we have come across. So I most definitely have to show this to you guys. It looks like a tower of some sort. So let's go take a look inside and see what they have. A beautiful chest with some fireworks, some maps, some paper, and that's it. Wow. Okay. Well, that was special. I think. Okay, unless I find something really, really interesting, this time for real. Okay, believe it or not, this time I did not lie. And it did not take as long as I thought to find a beautiful place to set up. If you take a look here, that is the structure that I just showed you, and this is where we are now. And you might think, wow, that didn't take you very long, other than a couple random interruptions. And that's because, honestly, this is beautiful. We have so many different options here. This is what they call a clover plains, which I'm assuming that these are clovers, even though they kind of just don't look like that. But I'm assuming that those are clovers. Over here, there is another beautiful biome called the Magnolia Woodlands. Yeah, that one. And then on over here, we have the Forgotten Forest, which, funnily enough, is no longer forgotten because I found it. So that's a pretty good little setup here. I would say that this is absolutely perfect for our new home because this is going to be very cozy. And then obviously we have the birch over there, which, you know, no one really likes birch, but that's all right because these are tall birch, so they look kind of cool and they look nice. They might not look good in builds, but, you know, nice trees. And look at this. This is beautiful. This is wonderful. This is a great place to be. And those animals, I don't know what they are. They're no longer sleeping, which I saw earlier they were sleeping. And there's a horse there, so when we want to get that, then we can do that. And a horse there, and a horse there. Wow. Look at that, guys. This is amazing. Let's go to sleep because it is nighttime. And I don't want to die. So that's that. This is a clover. Oh, it looks a lot better in my hand. Okay. Let's go ahead and say good morning to day number 5. So yeah, it didn't take me too long to find where I wanted to live, but now we have to do the base setting up for everything that we're gonna need, and that's gonna take getting some materials for our starter base. So yes, this is not the starter base, this is the starter base. Let's get right to it. Okay, I just thought that you guys might be wondering how we got the last block that you just saw. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and make some iron nuggets and combine those with some andesite to make some beautiful andesite alloy. This is very, very important for the create mod. So we want to make sure to get as much andesite as possible. We're going to take our stripped wood logs and place them on down here, just like that, and then just right click them with the andesite alloy. That gives us andesite casing. Let's go ahead and pick that all up. We're gonna make some shafts. We're going to combine those shafts with a little bit of wood to make some cogwheels. And with that, we should have enough for the millstone. We should be able to get a crank. Now, we have everything we need to be able to make the green dye that you saw in the very last clip. Just by putting that there and that on top, putting in some of the ferns that I got from earlier, right there, and then giving it a bit of a crank after tossing it inside. It can only hold about 64, but as we crank, it will take more in. So I'm gonna go ahead and crank this up, and I'll see you guys soon. Okay, we are back, and as you can see, we have everything we need for the build. These items are the exact items needed for the build, so if you want to build it yourself, follow along. This is exactly what you need. Let's get right into building. Let's go. Good morning to day 17. We have finished the build and I think it looks wonderful. We have our chests in there, we have our crafting table, our furnace, our woodcutter, and our bed, of course. And I really like how it turned out. There's a few things I still want to do. We have plenty of items left over from the build, so I did not waste my time at all. But in the future, using these items, I'd like to change a few different things around with the wood and the gravel and the sand, and of course, a bunch of other things that I'd like to put into the build. I'd like to put a little campfire out front, and I'd also like to change the ground because I want to make it look walked on and used. Let's go ahead and get all the materials for the campfire out front and, of course, the ground in the tent itself. Alright everyone, welcome back. We are here. I have done some basic decorating, small bit of decorating, just to make our ground look a little bit more unique to the area, because obviously we live here, so we want our place to look a little bit more lived in, a little bit more ours, a little bit less natural, I guess you could say. But there's still a few little touches I want to do, like with this right here. You might be wondering, what on earth are you doing there? Well, let's go ahead and fill that in with the thing that we want. So we're gonna go ahead and do this, not that. Let's, lock in here. Boop. Boom. Look at that. Beautiful. We already got some andesite stairs, which is gonna look great. So I kind of want to put this right in the middle here. Surround it with some beautiful andesite stairs, which I just realized I have the exact perfect amount. And look at that. That is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And now what we can go ahead and do is go over here. Let's take some wood here. Let's make a couple benches. make a couple benches here, and we can put one right there, and one right there, which I think looks wonderful. See if there's any other special things that we can make here. Let's make... Anything we want to make, guys? I don't know. There's a pet bowl. We don't have a pet currently, so we're gonna leave that for now. Ooh, a cheese press. That sounds fun. Lots of cool stuff. We're gonna go ahead and make a pile of spruce wood that we can go ahead and put right here to fuel the fire, of course. But yeah, this is how it's looking right now. I think it's very, very cute. Very, very beautiful. And there's plenty of room to add more in the future. Oh, it looks like I missed a little area over there. We can fill that in. But yeah, I think it's looking really good. So I did a bit of a mixture of some gravel, some andesite, and this beautiful, beautiful block named Pete. Not to be confused with Pete the name, but this is Pete the name. No, this is a beautiful block that is home to the Forgotten Forest, it seems, and it kind of looks like dirt, but like a little bit more muddy and a little bit more walked on. So I really, really like it. And yeah, now we can sit here at the fire, and this is our brand new starter home. I really like it. I'm really happy with it, and I think it looks great. And there's a zombie to take our place. But yeah, I do think, if I'm not mistaken, I do have a little lantern here that maybe we could put just right there. There we go. Look at that. It'd be nice to have another one on the other side, which it just so happens that I have the exact amount needed for that, which is kind of cool. But I apparently don't have a single torch. So let's go ahead and make our first torch with our charcoal. Boop. And we can make the lantern for the other side. Oh. Well, that's not how that's supposed to look. Okay. Technical difficulties. It's okay. We can fix this. By the way, if anyone was wanting to make this build, this in particular is a spruce extension, so it's not actually a spruce fence, just in case you were wondering. It is a part of this mod in particular, so if you're doing this in vanilla, you can't do exactly this. Up there, the fences will connect, but you can still have the same kind of look as this anyway, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. It'll just connect at the top, so it won't look exactly like mine. Just a little heads up in case you do decide to build this build. But with that being said, this is officially pretty much done, I would say. We could definitely get some more light in here and such, but I think for now this is looking pretty good. We got plenty of blocks left over, and we got our little fireplace, which we can use to cook some food, I believe. Any food that we can cook? Do we have any food? We have no food. That's cool. I wonder if we can cook the rotten flesh on the fire. Let's see. Find out. We can. Oh. That's pretty cool. Is he gonna give us leather? Or are they gonna give us, like, bacon or something? Let's find out. I'm assuming leather, right? Look at that sizzling sound. Ooh. Ooh. Oh. Oh, it did give us leather. Awesome. So yeah, there you go. You got to see it in action, what I was talking about earlier. The fact that you can cook leather, cook rotten flesh and get leather. That is absolutely amazing. That's going to be so useful in the future. Of course, this probably isn't the most efficient way to go about it, but in the future, well, actually, you know what? Right now, we can go ahead and make a bunch of leather. We have some beautiful fireworks, and I think to commemorate our brand new house, I think we should go ahead and light off a very depressing firework. Okay. Now, what I would like to do is I'd like to go exploring a little bit. While I was getting things ready for this beautiful little build here that we got going on, our nice little tent, our cozy little tent, I actually did see a few things that had me a little bit interested. So, one thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and go to sleep here. We can say good morning to day 20, which is not too bad. We have a home, we have a campfire, we have coziness, and we're good to go. But do not worry, this is not the last build of the video. We are going to make sure that zombies do not attack us, and additionally, that we have a whole extra build lined up for this video. I'm very, very excited. Okay, but before that, I think we gotta explore our world a little bit. One thing that I did notice was on over here. Take a look-see over yonder ways. There was a beautiful, right there. There it is. There's a little sign that says 500 blocks this way, there's something. Likely a village, if I were to guess. I'm probably going to take this later. And also, if you go a little bit further down, past all the cows and the boar and so on, there is another one. Oh. Well, it's somewhere over there, but it's pointing towards this, which seems to be some sort of ruined or burnt village of some kind. Yeah, this looks like some sort of ruined, burnt village, which looks like it has some books at it, which is pretty good. So we'll go ahead and take that. Yeah, let's go ahead and explore this. This is definitely... Oh, that's suspicious, Scrabble. Okay, maybe we make a little brush. Get that going. So this has a lot of suspicious gravel in it. That's definitely suspicious gravel. That one's not. I'm kind of interested in seeing if there's any chests or anything. Oh, okay. This one actually has some stuff in it, though. Let's drop the bow. Actually, we do have some space in here. Let's go ahead and do that. We don't really care about that, but we most definitely do care about the onion. There's a bed of some kind. A florist crafting table. That's kind of cool. Maybe we'll take that. And it dropped a clover. Florist bookshelf as well. That's going to get us some books. This is an interesting little area. Melons, that's absolutely wonderful. We definitely want some melons. Anyway, it seems like there's not a whole lot here aside from a couple different random materials that we can most definitely make use of in the future, but not super useful to us right now. So I'm gonna come back when I have a hoe and I can collect up some of the hay bales and some more melons as well. But for right now, I think I'm gonna get back to you guys when I find something a little bit more interesting for us to explore. I'll see you guys later. All right, guys. It seems that I have found what the sign has been pointing at, which seems to be organic compost. Anyway, it seems that the... Oh, hello, baby. Wait. Pause. It seems that the sign was pointing towards this beautiful village that has corn kernels, some potatoes, and some beetroots, all of which we did not have, so that's going to be wonderful. And it looks like it has its very own greenhouse with a variety of different items, including an emerald. I hear a zombie, though. Ooh, never mind. That zombie is not living that. Okay. Wow, this is amazing. Let's take some of that. For the most part, I'd like to leave this the way it is, but we'll definitely have one of these for ourselves in the future. Hello, Mr. Iron Golem. Kate, you guys snore a little bit too loud, all right? We're going to go ahead and sleep in this guy's bed, steal it from him, because, to be quite frank with you, I don't want to hear them snoring all the time. Day 21. This seems to be mostly a farming village, which is pretty good for us because we have plenty of farming to do in the future, and we're going to need pretty much all of this. Ooh, this looks like a big house. Anything in here? Anything cool? Anything cool? Wait. Why? I don't know about you guys, but this could be the Mandela effect, but a long time ago, way, way, way back, I feel like I remember village houses that looked like the exact same layout of this one, where there was 2 beds back there. I don't know if I'm just overthinking that, but if you've had a similar thought before or a similar memory, please let me know down in the comments because I definitely feel like I've seen this somewhere before. Oh, it's because my shield's on. There we go. I got him. He's mine. Nobody can have him. Never mind. You stay there. Anyway, look at this place. This is pretty cool. We're probably going to end up taking all of this, to be honest with you, because this is all stuff that we're going to need in the future. Including that knife. What's this? Cod roll. Bones. Why? Oh, this is a bowl. How'd they place the bowl? I want to know how they placed the bowl. Anyway, yeah, let's grab this stuff up. Oh, there's stuff in here. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, that's a trapdoor. Ooh, what'd that give me? That gave me speed. Whoa. Wait, this is awesome. Wait, that's cool. That set us up with some pretty awesome stuff from the Farmer's Delight mod, like the stove and the cooking pots, and some food as well, and apparently speed. Also, for those who may have been wondering... Wait, where did I just put that? For those who may have been wondering, I am actually using a wearable lantern, which is really, really easily crafted. If you just go like this, it's really easily crafted. And apparently, you can make a wearable waterproof lantern, which I'll definitely be doing in the future. But yeah, it just gives me that little glow that you guys may have seen a couple times in a couple of the clips. But yeah. We're going to go ahead and make our way over to this thing that we saw on the map. It looks like a continuation of that other village. I'm not sure if they're actually technically connected, but they are very, very close. Good to know. Whoa. This has lots of stuff. We're going to put away that. We're going to take... that. We're gonna put away. Oh yeah, I can actually put on my shield now, and we're definitely gonna take a lot of apples because that is gonna be important in the future. This guy is quite interesting. A cultist. Oh, he has an enchanted basin. We're gonna leave that there for now. Oh, your stock is kind of empty. You're a bad occultist. What is that? Where are you guys? Oceanographer? This is a ripoff. This is a pretty good deal, though. I'll take that deal. That's a steal of a deal. What do you got? Another ripoff and another ripoff. Okay, cool. Oh, you guys must be from up here. Oh, there's two of them. They got some little tanks. They got some seagrass. They got a little fish. I want to take that. I think this is actually the station itself. Wow. There's some little fishies in there. It's awesome. Was it three seagrass? It might have been 3 seagrass. Let's put away the bowls for now. How much seagrass was it again? For those emeralds? I steal from you and then give to you? I'm sure there's a saying out there that's kind of like that. Where you at, other guy? Okay, it's not you. Pretty sure you're over. Oh, you're hanging out with the occultist. It's 4! Okay, well, here you go, occultist. Enjoy. Well, I think that I'm gonna wait till it hits night, go to sleep, and then when I wake up, I'm gonna make my way home and get rid of everything that's in my inventory, and maybe start getting some materials for the next build, because to be honest with you, the next build is gonna propel our world into a whole other level of awesome, because next build isn't just going to be a build, it's also going to be a machine. So I will see you guys in a little bit now that day 22 has arrived. See you guys soon. Alright guys, this cave isn't too far from home. If you take a look at the map right here, our home is just right over here, and this is where we are. So it's not too far, and that's our first ever structure. No longer our first ever structure, but that is our first ever structure right there. Yeah, the caves are not too far away. I actually used this cave earlier on in the video to gather up a few random resources, like andesite and gravel, but I actually haven't gone really mining at all. As you can see, there's still plenty of coal and copper, all that kind of stuff. So that's what we're gonna go ahead and do now, is just gather up actual useful ores and minerals such as coal, hopefully iron, and most of all, let's get some diamonds. How on earth did that spider survive that? What a guy. That might be Spider-Man. Alright guys, it seems like we've found a way deeper down into the cave. I hope this actually leads to something. Well, that's not remotely odd to hear in a cave at all. Let's follow the music, guys! Just like following our hearts. Wow, it gets creepier the closer you get. I didn't know that there was a mariachi band in the caves. What is going on? Oh, it's a creeper! Oh my god! you just stay right there. And blow up. Thank you. Wow, you suck. There's a guy behind me. Oh my god. Oh, that for a Marachi band? What's going on? Oh my god, iron. There's also iron above me, but I can't look at it because there's a guy there. Iron! Our first bit of iron! Well, kind of. I mean, we've had iron before, but now we have iron again. Wow. Alright guys, it seems like we found something that isn't iron, but still just as cool. We're gonna have to keep this in mind because this is pretty awesome. But for now, I don't think we need it. Or at least I'm not sure. But yeah, this is awesome. We gotta keep this in mind for the future. There's lots of cool things we can do with this. Well, we found something quite interesting. Big mushrooms in a cave. I've seen a lot of little ones, but never a big one. And a ravine with another geode in it, and a bunch of creepers. It seems doesn't seem like a very friendly geode. All right, but over here there's some more iron, so we're gonna go ahead and grab some of that, and I guess maybe make our way down to the ravine and hopefully not die by the many creepers inside of a geode. That sounds like a pretty good plan. Alright guys, let's make our way down, see what we can find other than monsters, preferably not monsters. See lava, that's something. That's not a monster. Oh, kind of. We got more iron. Alright guys. We're still not in the ravine, but that is okay. Alright, we are officially in the ravine. We got 1 iron, so obviously this was very, very worth it, because now we're basically rich, and I think we can just leave at this point. But, you know, because, you know, the rich just get richer, we might as well keep going. Okay, that geode looks like an actual death trap, so we're gonna avoid that. And now we're officially no longer in the ravine again. Well, we kind of are. We're in the middle of it. That counts. We jump down into this water. And now we're back in the ravine. Like nothing ever happened. That's a spider. Oh my god. Leave me alone. Okay. Beautiful. Fun fact for those who didn't know, gold cannot mine itself. Kind of weird, huh? Alright guys, I have some good news and some bad news. This is an iron deposit. If you guys didn't know, if you find places like this over here with a bunch of tuff and iron, there's going to be a lot of iron in there. It's just going to be hidden throughout the tuff. The bad news is that I have also found a little of the dark. So we have to be careful. Because if we summon a ward in here, we're definitely not making it out of here. I don't know about you guys, but I might be happy with our haul. This looks to be something that we can't handle right now. That is a big deal. That is something that we're gonna have to be looking into in the very, very near future. Let's create a waypoint that says the darkest city. And let's make it dark blue. All right. That is going to be something that we are going to dive into in the near future. But for now, let's focus on getting out of here. And as I'm saying that, I think I see something that I didn't see until right now. That's our first diamonds right there. Huh. Well, that seals the deal for me. Let's go ahead and take what's left of our iron pickaxe and mine up this, hopefully, more than one diamond. Let's mine up this one diamond. Guys, good job. All right, let's get out of here, because I don't want to be here any longer. All right, guys, I've made it home. I've emptied out my inventory, thankfully. Look at this. One thing I do want to do, though, is before we go forward with everything that we've been doing, I just want to take this and take this, and this. Put them right on over here. These are our first ever pickaxes of each of the type, which is amazing. It's beautiful. It's great. I don't know. We still have the first hoe I made. And that might be it, to be honest. I think that the other things might have broken, but these are things that we were able to preserve and keep. And to be honest, I think the pickaxes are the most important to me, especially seeing as I never made any other wood tools outside of the pickaxe. I only got stone tools, and they were given to me. But anyway, let's move on. I'm quite happy with our outcome. We got a good amount, and I genuinely mean a good amount of stuff. Let's go ahead and make a couple more. Well, you know what? We'll make 2 more furnaces so that we can smelt up a whole bunch of this stuff. We'll put 16 in there, and we'll have a little bit extra in there. Why not? Oh, I guess that makes sense. There we go. Perfect. It's not going to be perfectly equal. That's okay. So in this mod, when you mine something, it also drops some nuggets as well. So we're going to go ahead and take these nuggets and turn it into some raw iron. Now, we have a whole lot of iron cooking up. Oh, and not to mention the 1 raw block of iron that we got that we could put in there. So there we go. Now we got about 2 stacks in there. And then you might see that this is called a rough diamond, and it says polish on a diamond grindstone, which is what we need these diamond shards for. So we need a polished deep slate slab and, you know, basically the regular grindstone crafting thing, except I need a polished deep slate slab and I need 2 rough diamonds. So we're going to go ahead and make this right here. We got to start with this. All right, let's get right into it. We got this polished deep slate slab. We're gonna need some, I don't know, where is it? There it is. Sticks, some spruce, and then of course, these right here. So we're gonna go ahead and take that there. I believe it's this. Oh, not that. And then this and this. Perfect. A diamond grindstone. This is really, really important because, like I said, we don't really have diamonds right now, but we do have a diamond grindstone, and 1 rough diamond, which we can go like this. And look at that. We got a real Minecraft diamond. In the meantime, while we're waiting for these to smelt, I think we should go ahead and take a look-see in the quests, because looks like we've done quite a bit. So, we mined some deep slate. That's good. Get some iron. We got 20 iron. Give us some more iron. We tamed an animal. It's going to give us another lead. We got some sticks. It's going to give us some torches. And, of course, we got diamond and a diamond grindstone, which is going to give us a diamond and a bunch of XP as well. That is amazing. It seems that taming another animal gives us even more leads, so we have a lot of those now. And liquid courage. It looks like we got some hop seeds, which I didn't even know that we did. Apparently we have 8 hop seeds, so that's good to know. Cogs and Whimsy, we made some shafts. That is true. Let's get some more shafts. We did make a hand crank, so that's going to give us some large stuff. That gave us our gears, so we're going to get some more gears here. We did indeed make a millstone. And I think that's it in here. And then last but not least, Deep Dark Secrets. Visit the Deep Dark. So this is going to be a big deal in a bit here, because we have an ancient city that we discovered just a little bit ago. So this is actually going to be something that we're going to be able to do pretty soon. And it's going to give us some Phantom Membrane and a wearable Soul Lantern, which I don't think sounds overly worth it, but that's kill a warden and take its heart. Well, that's going to be a little bit difficult, don't you think? But anyway, I think that's all of our quests for now. But yeah, I guess I should probably put this in here. I'm going to go ahead and gear up, get some iron armor, iron tools, and yeah, we'll go from there. All right, we are geared up and ready to go. We are now officially the safest we have ever been so far in this episode. We now have full iron armor, a place to live, and of course animals, which won't necessarily protect us, but you know, it's pretty cool. Okay, you guys might be thinking, wow, you got 2 diamonds. That's not a whole lot. You're 1 shy of making a diamond pickaxe. Well, funnily enough, you're right and wrong at the same time. I actually have something that you might not know about this mod pack. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, but it's going to take a little bit of time and a little bit of effort, but it's definitely worth it. Let's go. All right. I think that'll just about do it. So you might be wondering, why on earth are you mining out this area? Is there a boat gonna go here? No, not quite. One thing that makes this mod pack very, very unique is, of course, as you guys know, the quests. You might think, what kind of quest has you mining out a random area? Well, that's simple. There is none. Kind of. If you take a look over here, there may or may not be a little quest right here called Diggy Diggy Hole. And if I go ahead and submit all 500 cobblestone, then I get a very interesting reward. An efficiency 5 Unbreaking 3 diamond pickaxe and plus 1,000 XP, which is actually huge. And then additionally, right here, from our iron armor that we got earlier, we get an iron chest, a bunch of XP, and a random plushie, which we just so happen to get Melon. W. But the main thing I'm really excited about here is this. Look how fast this mines. Look how much this is going to be useful to us. This is an awesome upgrade, and we didn't even have to get diamonds to get it. That is what I call bang for your buck. We have an absolutely amazing pickaxe, which actually brings me to the last segment of this video, which is building the last build for today. We're gonna go ahead and build something absolutely beautiful, which is also going to set up and make the path for a bunch of future builds, and a build that I already have ready for the very next episode. It's gonna be amazing. The true starter base, not the starter base, but the true starter base that everyone, I promise you, is going to love. Alrighty guys, it is a day 48. So we're just about halfway to 100, not quite, but just about halfway to 100. And after some hard work and some technical difficulties later, and apparently this guy, you can go away because I don't feel like dealing with that. We have finally gotten all the items needed for our next build. This is not the starter base, just to clarify, but this is the next build, and it's going to help us build our starter base, and you'll see why in a little bit here. But you might be wondering, what is this right here? That is a schematic cannon, and it's really, really cool. It's a part of the Create mod, and basically, I have already designed this build in creative mode and cleared out this little space for it, and this schematic cannon will now build it. Well, rebuild it. I already built it, but rebuild it for me. There was a little bit of technical difficulties with these items right here. It can't place these items for some reason, so we're just gonna have to hand place those. But we do need to put in a couple more things here. We need to put in that, and that should be good. And then we can go ahead and use our clipboard here, and it should tell us if we have all the items we need. Yes, we do, other than this moss block, but we're just gonna ignore that. And if we just take a look, see here, it should say that, and ignore missing blocks, and yeah. So, now, what we're gonna be able to do is just start this thing up. It's powered by gunpowder, which I don't have a whole lot of, so hopefully this is enough, but yeah, so you guys are gonna get to see a little time lapse. And I'm probably gonna go ahead and like hide underground around here somewhere and wait for it to build. So I will be back when I am back, and you will get to watch this thing go down. All right, guys, I just heard a little special ding sound, so I'm assuming that means that it's done. But I also hear some bad guys. So this is the base right here. It's beautiful. All right, wait, calm down. Yeah. So what do you guys think of the base? I think I did a good job. All right, calm down. My Okay. But, on a real note, this is it. What do you guys think? Not too bad. There's just a few little detailing that I have to do with the spruce shelves like I did before, like I said before. So let's go ahead and do that real quick, and then we'll be good. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, that should do it. We have a bunch of random items kind of like left over here. Oh, I guess it didn't place the lava, so we're gonna go ahead and have to do that in a bit. But I think that is just about it right there. The interior is not done because it's something that we're gonna have to do a bit later. But for right now, we're gonna kill the things that are inside it and maybe place some light in there so that more things don't spawn. Where did... Oh! Okay. Yeah. Do I have any extra light? No. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and get some torches, light up the area. But you might still be a little bit confused on what I was talking about earlier with the fact that this is gonna help us build our future builds. Well, I'll show you in a second here after I go ahead and make myself some torches. Let's go ahead and grab some of them. And some of them. And boom, boom, boom. Don't you worry, we are most definitely going to be doing the interior next episode. But for this episode, I'm just going to show you around what we got going on here. So we're gonna do a little jump around, a little look around. You already got like a nice view of it, which is great. But this is the view from the ground, from the player, and I really like how it turned out. So for those who obviously were a bit confused for whatever reason, this is a windmill. It's a beautiful windmill. It's like the first windmill I've ever made. So don't hate on me too much, but don't worry, this is not the starter base by any means. The starter base is going to come after we finish with this. That should be enough light for now. We're just gonna go ahead and go over here and like build up, or maybe not there. Maybe like. We'll just go right here for now. That should work. And then you get to see why this is going to be extremely useful in the future. And that is because... this right here. Wow, look at that. What is going on here, might you ask? Well, this is a special little create machine that I'm gonna have to set up a few different things for because yeah, it's missing some stuff. But before that, we're just gonna go ahead and do a couple things because while I was away and gathering all the materials for this beautiful base, we're gonna toss some of these materials in here because my inventory is loaded with stuff. Okay, one of the things that we forgot was this. Well, not forgot. That happened while I was doing my stuff. So we smelted enough things to get a blast furnace and some XP, which is great. We got crafty. We used the crafty table 100 times apparently, which is kind of cool. So we can get some stuff for that. And other than that, nothing here, but there's more elsewhere. We got a bunch of water buckets which is good. And it gives us another water bucket, which you might be wondering, why on earth would you want another water bucket? Well, that's simple. I'm gonna have to make another water bucket to let you know why. But I'll show you in a second here. So if we head on over here, hopefully I have enough iron. I don't know if I do. I'm running really low on it. Oh my god, I do, but barely. Let's go ahead and put that in there and waste a piece of coal. But yeah, if we go ahead and make another water bucket, and while we're waiting for the water bucket, we fill up this water bucket right here. We got a little source over here, and we got some plants going on. It's flax, by the way. We needed it for some of the materials. If we go ahead and take this right here, and this right here, and we take this right here, and then we head on over here, and we go like this. And then we go into this crafting table. We go boom, boom, boom. We get the batter bucket. And we get to keep our buckets too, which is cool. Let's go ahead and go to sleep so that monsters don't blow us up. And good morning. Okay, cool. It is now day 51, so we have passed the halfway point of 100 days. This isn't a 100-day video, but still, 100 days in a forever world is going to be a big deal. So you might be wondering what the battle bucket is, and well, I think it's better to show you than to tell you. We go over here to this hole that's right here. Look at that. Yes, this is an infinite water bucket, which is amazing and going to be super useful for us in the future. But for right now, it's useful for one specific thing, and that is to get this machine up and running. So we're going to have to go ahead and grab some dirt so that we can make our way up there real quick. And we want to get this machine going so that we can make use of what it does, and you're about to find out what it does in a second here after I make my way up. So you might be able to guess what you're looking at right now, but if you can't, then that's fine. Unfortunately, this is going to end up looking a little ugly. Oh, that's sad. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and take this right here and this right here, and we're gonna fill that in with cobblestone, and then we're gonna go ahead and take the other two. Where are they at? There's one, and there is one. We're gonna put one right here and one right here, and then we're gonna fill this one in with that, and then last but certainly not least, boom, 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 boom. All right, so there's that, and then we have to do one more beautiful thing, which we're gonna do right over here real quick. We're gonna go ahead and put this right here, and then we're gonna go ahead and maybe break this real quick, and we're gonna go ahead and do this real quick, and then we're gonna press this, and then that can be replaced back, and we're gonna build back up. As you can tell, a certain something is happening. Maybe we could get a good look right here. So this is just a basic cobblestone generator. It's very, very slow right now because of the early game, but we can speed it up in the late game. But for now, this will be more than good enough since it's going to be constant and always going. But for right now, this is not too bad. And if we want to go ahead, we're going to use some more of our dirt scaffolding here. If we take a look in these different chests, we'll discover a few things. So here, we're getting cobblestone. Obviously, it's a cobblestone generator. But here, we're getting gravel, and then here, we're getting flint, which in this mod pack, there is boop, 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 tough. And you might wonder, how do you make tough? Normally, you don't make tough. But this, you need gravel, flint and cobblestone to make tough. So this item right here, this little machine, lets us make gravel, cobblestone, and if we smelt it, stone, and then of course flint, and putting all of those together, you can also make tough and whatever else you want to make out of cobblestone and stone and things like that. So it's actually going to be super duper useful for us in the future. And yeah, it gets powered by our beautiful new windmill right here. So now let's take one last look at the windmill. But that is about it for this episode. This beautiful, beautiful build behind us is going to help us with plenty of other builds in the future. And as we get more technologically advanced, we can upgrade it even further, make it faster, make it more efficient, and make it able to make even more blocks. So please look forward to the next episode because we're going to be making my favorite build that I've designed so far. And on top of that, hopefully having a bit of fun elsewhere in the world, like exploring and maybe even a little ancient city. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time.